Welcome to Ridgy. Now we are continuing the chapter that is direction cosines and the direction ratio. In this class we are going to discuss about the first topic is condition that the lines are perpendicular and as well as parallel here. Condition that the lines are perpendicular and parallel. Here two conditions are there. First of all, in this first point L1, N1, N1 and L2, M2, N2 are direction cosines of two lines here. Then the condition will be like this. Here I am taking this is x axis, this is y axis and this is z axis. In this 3D coordinate system I am taking two lines. This is one line and this is one more line here. So this is point A and this is point B here. So this is point A and point B. Two lines are there here. So this is x1 comma y1 comma z1 and this is x2 comma y2 comma z2. Here this is the origin here. This is the origin 0 comma 0 and the direction cosine for the point, that is cos alpha 1 with an x axis, alpha beta 1 with y axis, gamma 1 with z axis. This is alpha 2 with x axis, beta 2 with y axis here, beta 2 with y axis, gamma 2 with z axis. Here cos alpha 1 is nothing but L1, cos beta 1 is equal to nothing but the angle made by y axis with point OA line here, that is cos beta 1 is nothing but M1, cos gamma 1 is equal to N1 here. Similarly, cos of alpha 2 is equal to L2, cos of beta 2 is nothing but M2, cos of gamma 2 is equal to N2 here. These are M1, L1, L1, M1, N1 and L2, M2, N2 are DCs of OA and OB respectively here. Then here these two lines are, the first condition is these two lines are perpendicular. If these two lines are OA and OB are perpendicular, the condition should satisfy, that is L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 is equal to 0. Here this is the remembering condition for the lines OA and OB are perpendicular, that is L1 and L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 is equal to 0 here. So this is the condition for perpendicular of two lines in a 3D coordinate system, that is OA and OB. And if these two lines are parallel, then the condition will be L1 by L2, M1 by M2 is equal to N1 by N2. This is the condition for parallel here. Here the first condition is for perpendicular and the second condition is for parallel when the direction cosines of a two lines OA and OB is given. This is all about the first point, and the next point will be here. Let A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 are direction ratios. Here I am taking 3D coordinate system. This is x axis, this is y axis, this is z axis, this is orange 0 comma 0 and here I am taking two lines, that is OA and this is OB here. So here I am taking two lines OA and OB for here L1 by A1 and L2 by M1 by B1 and N1 by C1 for the line OA here, and L2 by A2 and M2 by B2, N2 by C2 for the line OB here, where A1, B1, C1 are direction ratios of OA and A2, B2, C2, A2, B2, C2 are direction ratios of OB line here. See, here we have direction ratios of line OA and direction ratios of line OB here we are getting. For these two lines, if we get the direction ratios of OA and OB, then we have two conditions, that is first one is the lines are perpendicular, and the second one is lines are parallel here. If the direction ratios are given, if the condition satisfying a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equal to 0, then the two lines are perpendicular, and if the condition satisfying a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, then the two lines are parallel here. This is all about remembering condition for parallel and perpendicular lines of a line in a 3D coordinate system, that is OA and OB here. The first point is saying about direction cosine, and the second point saying about direction ratios of a two lines, that is OA and OB in a 3D coordinate system. This is all about 2 points. And the next point is if the direction cosines, that is nothing but L1, L, M, N. L is nothing but cos alpha, M is nothing but cos beta, and N is nothing but cos gamma. Here direction ratios of a line, that is OA, only one line I am taking here, of two lines are connected by the relation. Here we have two lines, that is AL plus BM plus CN is equal to 0, one line, and FMN plus GNL plus HL in another line here. Then the lines are perpendicular. If these two lines are perpendicular, then the condition will be F by A plus G by B plus H by C. This is the remembering condition. And if the two lines are parallel, square root of AF plus or minus square root of BG plus or minus square root of GCH plus or minus. Here this is the condition for parallel, this is the condition for perpendicular of two lines here. Similarly, like this same point, here we have one more two lines here. The direction, this is for direction cosines, and this is for also direction cosines of two lines are connected by the relation, that is AL BM plus CN is equal to 0, and UL here this is common, the first line is common and the second line is differ for the two conditions here, UL square plus VM square plus WM square is equal to 0. Then the condition for parallel lines is if sigma is equal to A square, sigma of A square plus V plus W is equal to 0. This is condition for parallel, perpendicular here. And the parallel condition, that is A square by U plus B square by V plus C square by W, where U, V, W are coefficients of L square, M square, N square of a line respectively here. This is all about the fourth point. These 2 points are similar to each other, and these 2 points are similar to each other. For this one is direction quotients, and the second one is for direction ratios. And next topic, length of projection. Length of projection here nothing but, first of all we should discuss about the projection point. I am taking this diagram here. See here, this is a line, this is a surface I am taking. So I am taking a line here, that is a line, this is AB. This is a line AB I am taking here. This line making at this point, this is a surface, this is angle at theta. Now this line is inclined to the surface, is parallel to the base surface here. So this is parallel to this base here. So it is making some angle, that is theta here. Now if you drop a line to surface here from the point A, and again if you drop a line here, it is intersecting at 2 points, that is M and N on a surface here. Now here I am taking, this is angle theta, and the projection of A is on BN line is R, and this is a L. This line is nothing but simply we can take this line is L, and this is R. This is the point R here. This is the projection of A. This is projection of A. So if you look at this line is inclined. If you see this line in top view, the distance will be decreased. Here this is the distance. If you look at in top view, the distance will be decreases like this. See here, this is more distance to the actual distance here. The actual distance is more, and the image, the projection distance is less here. So the inclined will be looks like this one. So this is all about the projection here. here let a comma b are 2 points, let a comma b are 2 points here. L is equal, this is PQ, this is PQ. L is equal PQ here, and be directed, and the line M and N are projections of A and B. These are A, B are the points of a line here, where M and N are projections of A and B respectively here. Now L are be the projections on B and here. This is a is the projection of, R is the projection of A on a B and line here. Then angle theta is made by the line PQ here. This is the line angle theta, A theta, angle BA R is making theta, that is parallel to the base PQ here. This is all about the diagram here. This is a projection law, that is projection law here. So the length of projection we are going to discuss here. The length will be similar, simple formula. It is at some angle, that is angle theta, the length will be decreases. So here we have some cases. The first one is if theta is an acute angle, here this is the angle theta. Now this is the point A and this is point B here. This is the point is R and this is P and Q, this is M and this is N here. So this is angle theta here, this is projection of R. Here if this angle theta is an acute angle, that angle theta lies between 0 and 90. 0 and 90, then if your theta is lies between, then Mn is the projection of AB on a line. Mn is a projection of AB on a line here, PQ here. Then if theta is an obtuse angle, Mn is a projection of AB line. Similarly, theta is also obtuse angle, it will be projected on Mn line only. The projection of AB, the projection of AB on the line L, the projection of AB on the line AB here, that is AB cos theta, AB cos theta. Here if you know the angle, that is 45 degrees, then the length will be AB. AB is the distance here, distance, cos theta is cos of 45, that is 1 by root 2. If you got the value like this 5 here, so 5 into 1 by root 2, the length will be 5 by root 2. This is the projection on AB, projection of AB on line L here. This is line L, the length will be AB cos theta. This is the remembering formula here if you want to find the length of this projection line AB here. Next, the length of projection of the line segment joining 2 points. Listen carefully here. Length of projection of the line segment joining 2 points, that is A, this is A is x1 comma y1 comma z1 and this is x2 y2 z2. Here 1 point and one more point, 2 points are given. This is A and B on a line whose direction cosines L1 L M N is the direction cosines will be. Then the length of projection, if you want to find, modulus of L into x2 minus x1 plus M into y2 minus y1 plus N into z2 minus z1. For example, if you take 2, 3, 4, this is 5 comma 6 comma 7. This is x1 y1 z1 and this is x2 y2 z2. Let's substitute the values here, and before finding that one we should know the direction cosines, that is L M N. This is also direction cosines, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Here these are the direction cosines values. If you substitute L M N and 2 coordinate points of a 3D system here, we substitute the values, then we'll get the length here. This is the for length, to find the length here. Next, the final point for this one is the length of the projection of a line segment. The length of projection of a line segment to the given points, that is A of x1 comma y1 comma z1 and B of x2 comma y2 comma z2 on x-axis is on x-axis, that is P is equal to modulus of x2 minus x1. Here this is the line AB. This AB line projected on the surface, that is L here, that is PQ nothing but, and the projection points are M and N on a line L here. So R is the projection of the point on BN here. So this is the angle theta here making, and if you got the points A and B, that is x1 y1 z1 and x2 y2 z2 of a point B here. On x-axis the length will be PR modulus of x2 minus x1. This is a remembering formula. The length of on x-axis, projection on length on x-axis, that is P is equal to x2 minus x1. Similarly on y-axis, that is y2 minus y1, and on z-axis, that is R is equal P Q R z2 minus z1. The modulus values of x ordinate and y ordinate and z ordinate to the x, y, z axis respectively here. These are the 3 points of the length of the ordinate to the x axis, y axis and z axis. Then it is denoted by P, that is the difference modulus value of difference of x2 minus x1, and Q is equal to y2 minus y1, and R is equal to z2 minus z1 here. And the next point is xy plane. Here xy plane, that is this is an xy plane. For example, x, y, z here. This is an xy plane here. So the distance d1 here, d1 is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1 whole square on xy plane. On yz plane, this is the yz plane, this is xy plane, and the d2 will be square root of y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square, and this is for zx plane. This is zx plane here. So d3 is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square, and d1 square, if you want to find the d1 by using p, q, r values, d1 square is equal to p square plus q square, and d2 square is equal to q square plus r square, and d3 square is equal to p square plus r square. If you got d square, d1 square, d2 square, d3 square, if you find out in the square root value, we will get the d1 value, d2 value, d3 values also. Otherwise we have one more condition, that is g is equal g condition, and d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square is equal, we have condition double of twice of square of the p q r here, sum of the squares of the p q r. d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square gives twice of p square plus q square plus r square. Here the sum of squares of d values is equal to twice of the sum of the squares of the p q r here. So the final one point ab square is equal to p square plus q square plus r square, and ab square is equal to d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square by 2. Here ab, this is the length here, already we know this is the length ab square is equal to p square plus q square plus r square. Why? Because here it is a combination of 3 axes, x square, x axis, y axis, z axis, then p square plus q square plus r square. Here we have x2 minus x1, p is nothing but x2 minus x1, q is nothing but y2 minus y1, r is nothing but z2 minus z1. Here these are the p, q, r values, and d1 values is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, and d2 value y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. d3 values is x2 minus x1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Here we have p, q, r and d1, d2, d3. The relation between d1 and pq, d2 with qr, d3 with pr, and this is the final condition for relation between d values and pqr here. And ab square is nothing but p square plus q square plus r square. ab square is equal to d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square by 2. These are all remembering formulas of a length of a projection. The topic name is length of projection. This is all about condition for the lines are if the two lines are perpendicular or parallel. These are the two conditions we have. Here we have 4 points and here we have 5 points here, and this is all about the topic direction quotients and direction ratios. This is all about the chapter direction quotients and direction ratios. Everyone go through the theory bits and models in a material which is provided by us, and practice each and every module. If you have any doubt, you can ask in WhatsApp group or else direct contact also. Thank you.